everybody is doing good this Friday. Hope everyone is doing great. I accidentally logged myself out of the live and I had to log myself back in. So sorry for the tardiness. I'm going to blame this guy right over here because he kept me distracted, right? Look at that. He's giving me the side eye. Okay, so guys, hope everybody is doing good. I have been really busy working on orders this whole week, and I have a gift that I have to make. So I figured this is the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and embroider the baby gifts. So I figured while I'm embroidering it, I can show you guys what I'm actually going to do. So I have a friend who's going to have her very first grandbaby, and I want to make sure that I get the gift done and out of the way. You're going to leave Mello already? Oh my goodness. So anyway, I guess as long as he was here watching to make sure that orders got filled, he's fine. If it's just a gift, he doesn't want to hang around. Right, Mello? All right. So anyway, so look at that. He's giving me the side eye again. So anyway, guys, so I'm going to be working on the gift. I want to do like a gift basket for my girlfriend. So I'm going to be working on a gown, and I also want to see if I can embroider a baby blanket as well. So I thought that would be really cute. And then I have some other items on the side that I want to do, put some embroidery, as well. So that way I can do like a baby basket. Okay. So that is one of the things you want to go out. Hold on. I'm going to open the door for Mello. That's one of the things that, go ahead, Papa. That's one of the things that I like about embroidery is that, when it comes to gift giving, you can always come out and, make your own gifts. And it looks like, you spent a lot of money, but you really didn't, because you can personalize your own stuff. So this is really one of the things that I really love about embroidery. Okay. Because when it's time to give a gift, you are on it. Okay. So anyway, before we get started, okay, because I already got the camera set up and everything, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be embroidering. I'm actually going to do the whole thing. Okay. We're going to work on the design together. So that way you could see what we're going to do and all that kind of stuff. So, but before we do any of that, I want to make tell you guys a couple of things. Now, as you guys know, I always host the gift exchanges, right? I used to hold them. I used to host them just one time a year, and it just used to be around the Christmas time. But then people wanted to do Christmas in July as well. So, which I totally understand because during the holidays, we get extremely busy making gifts, filling orders that just to make an extra gift for the gift exchange, it can sometimes, just add a little more to the pressure, right? So some folks like to do the Christmas in July gift exchange, and then you have other folks that like to do the gift exchange during the holidays. So the Christmas of July gift exchange, I do have the dates, and I had them here, and then I just turned the page. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I just want to give you guys the rundown of how when I'm going to start posting stuff for those folks that, didn't have an opportunity to go and join the gift exchange the last time, and they want to do it for the Christmas in July gift exchange this year. Okay. So registration is going to open on May 18th. Okay. Not this month, next month, but I just want to tell you guys early so that way you guys know when to expect the link. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be posting the link to the gift exchange in the Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures Facebook group. Okay, so you can just go on the link. You can sign up. I'm going to be looking at who is signing up and stuff. If you have been in a gift exchange in the past and you did not get your gift, I really would appreciate it if you guys reach out to me, let me know, because I don't want folks to be joining into these gift exchanges if they're going to be receiving gifts and they're not going to be giving. Okay, because remember, this whole thing is about you're going to be making something special for someone, and then in return, someone is going to make something for you. Okay, so I want to make sure that that everyone that participates actually do what they're supposed to do. So if you were in one of my gift exchanges in the past and you didn't get your gift, please let me know, because I want to do some research, because I want to prevent people from joining the gift exchanges if they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay. So May 18th is when I'm going to open up the registration, okay? And then registration is going to close on May 29th. So that means that you'll have the whole month of June to make your gifts, okay? Now, for those of you guys that are new and don't know what this is all about, it's a gift exchange that I host. And the reason why I do this is because as we are embroiderers, sewers, quilters, we're always making stuff special for other people, a lot of handmade gifts for other people. And sometimes what happens is your friends or your families, they're not as crafty, or they're not sewers or embroiderers like you are. So what ends up happening is, I'm not saying that they give you a bad gift, but usually you don't get the same kind of gift. You always get like a gift card or, something else, right? Something that's not handmade. And when you get something that's handmade, it's pretty special, because what it is that somebody was actually making a gift. And while they were making it, they were thinking about you. So to me, I think that is such a special feeling that you get when you receive something from someone, and I want to, open this up so that we can give gifts to each other, because I really think that that's awesome. In the past, when I have hosted this, I have seen some phenomenal gifts being made. People have made wallets, tote bags, kitchen towels, in the hoop projects, sanitizer holders, notebook covers. This is one that I received last year, which I love. It's a notebook cover that somebody sold for me, and I love this. Okay, so I love it because it's so reusable, right? So it's like every time I'm done with this notebook, I could just put in a new notebook and I still have my cover. So I just love this kind of stuff. So it's a really fun event. Okay, so it's going to be, and I closed my book again. So hold on, guys. I'm a mess. All right, so I closed the book again. Now I don't have the dates. Okay, here it is. All right, I should just fold this page so I can get to it real quick. All right, there you go. So it's going to be, registration opens on May 28th. May 18th. And then it's going to close on the 29th. Okay. And then the next day, that's when the days are, the names are drawn. And then everybody knows who they're going to be giving a gift to. Okay. And if you registered or you don't know if you registered, whatever, always reach out to me. I'm always watching it and stuff like that. And I'll reach out to people to make sure that everything's good. Okay. So, it's really, really, really fun. All right. So once the names are drawn, then what happens is everybody's going to go ahead. They're going to make their gifts and everything. And then I host a live Embroidery Happy Hour Christmas in July event. And that's where I share the link. And then what you do is you can get online and you get to show off what you got, okay, and say thank you to the person that sent you the gift. And it's really fun. It's really, it really is great when everybody sees all the gifts that are being made and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. So, if you guys have not done the gift exchange and you want to, I highly encourage you guys to do it, because it is truly a lot of fun. Okay. Now, another thing that I wanted to let you guys know is that I got a job. Okay. So I got a little assignment here. And, as you guys know, my sister from Gifts HQ, she is going to H&H Americas, and she's going to be going there in May. So I know that there is an Embroidery Happy Hour. And if I remember correctly, I'll tell you right now, that Friday, I'm not going to be filming because I'm on assignment. And I believe it's May 8th. So May 8th, there won't be an Embroidery Happy Hour. I'm going to see if I can try to film something beforehand, so that way there's a preview or something like that. But I'm going to be assignment because I'm going to be going to Chicago, because I have been told that I have to watch her. Okay. I have to watch her and make sure that she doesn't open up her pocketbook a little bit too much, and her wallet. So I'm like the spy. Okay. So I'm her security guard. So I'm like to keep everybody far from her. And every time she opens up her pocketbook, I have been told that I'm supposed to shut it. So I don't know how that's going to work, because, but okay, Mr. H, let's see how it goes. All right. So I will be joining my sister in Chicago at H&H Americas. So, we're planning on, we're going to be there. I believe we're going to be going Thursday and Friday. Okay. We're going to be going for 2 days. So, I'm pretty excited about that. So, there's a lot of vendors out there and everything like that. So, Nancy has been announcing it for quite some time that she's been going. And I am going to be, joining her because, like I said, somebody's got to watch her. So she gets a little bit, especially if something's on sale, gotta watch her, gotta watch my girl. So anyway, so so those are the two announcements that I had. So now what I'm going to do is let's start working, guys. Okay. Because I have to make these gifts. All right. So I have been working on orders, like I said, all day today. And now I finally want to get some gifts done. So let me tell you what I have thinking right now. Okay. And what I got going on. All right. So this is a baby gown that I have. And I have two of them just in case I mess one up. Okay. Or I could just go ahead and embroider another one. I mean, it's for babies. So these are little, they're laughing giraffe. Okay. Now these are like 100% polyester. So if you guys are doing sublimation, these are great to sublimate on. Okay. But instead of, doing sublimation, I actually want to do some type of embroidery on here. But what I want to do is I want to use felt. I want to use the embroidery felt. So what I did was I found this felt that I had in my closet, and it's like a light blue. And the reason why I picked this is because I want to try to create like a set for my for the baby. So I'm going to do this little baby gown. I'm going to use felt to do the baby's name on the gown. And then here is a heirloom baby blanket, and it's a light blue one. So I figured, it's not exactly the same exact blue, but it'll work. It's okay. So I got these two. So I figured I will, maybe if I have some felt, I can do felt on this as well. That's what I'm kind of like toying with it. I'm thinking maybe I should do felt, but the thing is, it's not exactly the same. So I don't know, but I could get thread and it'll match the same. But we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do when we get there. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you guys that I had purchased that didn't really come out the way I kind of wanted it was I bought these little things. And I think these are things for the baby to like just hold on and stuff. And I figured what I can do is I can really nicely, I can embroider the baby's initials on here, okay, on the side, or I can do the name on the side. This should be a really quick stitch, guys. So we're gonna rock and roll through this, okay? So that way you can see how fast, we can do this. So, and then guess what? Another matching blanket. This is a blanket and it matches this. So I figured this is cute. I can do this baby blanket, nice and simple, because that way they have two. They have one that's a little bit on the heavy side, and then they have one that's a little bit lighter and stuff. So we're going to do this one. So I'm going to do this, and then that way they have the little matching, little matching bunny. Okay. And I will embroider on both of these. All right. And then I figured I could do the same thing with this. I can do the baby gown with the baby blanket. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start working and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And and then also I created a little poll. Okay. So I wanted to see this first time. And there you go. So what I was thinking is if you guys can just go through this poll and see what is your favorite item to embroider. Okay. Is it, put it in the chat and stuff, I figured, do you guys like to do the baby blankets? Do you guys like to do a baby bodysuit or, like a gown or something like that? Or do you like doing the stuffed toys? I already see somebody putting stuffed toys and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is like life. Or do you guys do bibs? You know, I don't even have a bib here, but I'm thinking about maybe I should go out there and buy a bib, and I can also go ahead and I can do something like that. Okay. So I figured this would be fun. Let's see what people are putting out there and stuff. It looks like it's 50-50. Everybody loves the stuffed toys and the blankets and stuff, which I kind of understand because they are kind of easy to do in a way. Oh, blanket's starting to win the race. Blanket is winning the race. Okay. So anyway, as that little thing is going, okay, let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to, we're going to open up in Brilliance. Okay, guys? So I want to open up in Brilliance. That way you guys can see what I am going to do. All right, so let's make this. All right, so I got in Brilliance opened up. Now, and I know you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much. And my sister, excuse me. Sorry, had a sneeze. Woo, okay, so my sister will text me if we lose sound or something like that. Sorry about that. Okay, so now as you guys can see, this, and you know, this little thing is really, really small. It's not big at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 5x5 hoop. If you have a 5x7 flatbed, you can do this too. Just float it. All right. So the baby, I have the baby's name, and it's Doran Jeremy Gorton. Okay. So what I'm going to do for the for this is I figured what I will do is I will put the initials of the baby on the corner. I think that would be really, really cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. First of all, I want to make sure that I have the right hoop, which is a 5x5. And that's exactly what I have. And I'm going to hit OK. I know I might be going a little bit fast, guys, but it's because I got a lot of stuff I got embroidered, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start rocking and rolling. So, okay, so if you guys don't know, when you're doing the 3-letter monogram, it's usually the first name is the first initial. The second initial is supposed to be the last name. And then the third initial is the middle name. Okay, so it's going to be DGJ. That's going to be, because Gorton is the last name. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search for a really cute font. And I want you guys to see how I'm going to do this. This is really cute. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that. Now this is usually sometimes you'll have the middle initial look really big, but let me look a little bit more, because sometimes you don't just want to just pick the first thing that you see. Okay, so let me see. I want to see what else they have in here, because it's for a boy. So I want to make sure. Oh, could do something like that. That would be cute. And let me tell you something. You can use any types of fonts that you have. Okay. You can adjust the sizes and everything like that. Sometimes people feel like that it has to be a font that's titled as a, you know, for the initials, the I don't know if I'm saying it right, monogram, or I'm probably saying it wrong, or monogram. You guys know what I mean, the initials. Okay. But you know, sometimes people think, oh, it has to be a certain type of font. This, I really love this. I have always wanted to use that, and I have yet to use that, but that's really for a girl. That's not for a guy. Here's another one too. This is like, this is cute. I like this one. Okay, this is where I'm gonna go. This is called Romantic. It is cute. Well, no, well, okay, hold on, guys. I'm just gonna keep looking. And then I also do have that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I just want something nice, simple for a boy. I think I'm going to go and stick with what I picked at first. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick. So I'm just playing around, guys. I mean, oh, well, not sure about that. Don't like that. Oh, the fishtail. There you go. There you go. I kind of like this. Okay, I'm going to do the fishtail. All right, and this is what I usually do, okay? I like to have the G, the middle initial, bigger than the one in the front and behind. So I selected the D, and I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, okay? And then I'm going to put this right smack in the middle. I'm also going to take the J. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I'm putting that right smack in the middle. I'm going to move this a little bit here. And because the thing is, what I want to do is I want to make sure, okay, this is the G. I'll change all this later. What it is that I want to make sure that these two letters are about the same height. And look at that. Very good. Okay, they are. All right, so this is in the middle. I'm going to put this in the middle. The D is the one that I want to move out. Okay. This I'm going to put right smack in the middle. Okay. And there's the D right there. And then the J, I want this to be in the middle. And then I'm going to move it out. See how I move it out? Okay. So now what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put it in there. And that looks good. Love that. Okay. So that works. Now, the thread color, what I want to do is, because this is a set, okay, I am going to pick a thread that's going to match this color, okay, the color of the fringes. So that way it kind of shows. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do that initial on both. I'm going to do it on the little bunny, and I'm also going to do it on this as well. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to get my I have to get my let's see, because I have to put this on. All right, so guys, all right, so I have my file. Okay, so this I'm going to save. Look how quick. Oh my God. This is quick. I already got that. See, a design straight for this. This is cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a file save as. I'm going to put this on the computer on my USB. Let's get this chair here. All right, and I have two machines on because we may have two machines running here. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to put it on my USB, and I'm going to call this DGJ, and I'm going to save it on the folder. Now, one of the things that I always like to do is I always like to go back into the USB, and I always like to make sure that you guys can see me, right? Yeah, I think you can. I want to make sure it's there, and it is. It's the DG bait. There you go. So see, really, really easy. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, all right, guys. So I'm going to remove that. Okay, all right. So see how easy? What do you guys say? Oh, a lot of people like the baby blankets. Okay. Oops. Sorry. A lot of people like the baby blankets. Very simple. And they're always a hit. They always are. Okay. So, all right. So, guys, I'm going to set up the camera so that way you guys can see how I hoop these things and all that kind of stuff. So, these two items are going to be straight embroidery because they're going to be pretty quick because it's just going to be initials. And I have both machines running. So let me see. I have I'm going to use this color, and it's 1941, and I have, yep, I have two. So I'm going to have two combs. So I got to use both combs. So that way I can have one on each machine, because this is what I am going to use to embroider. So yeah. All right. So let's go over to our machines. Well, first of all, let's hoop these things. All right. So okay. So I got a customer here. I'm not going to be able to respond. All right. So I'm going to put this on here. I tell you, I hope she's asking if I did something in the right order. She was in the invoice, so I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it, right? Can't worry about it right now. Let's see. All right, so I got this one here. All right, so guys, I'm going to add you guys in here. Let's do this. All right, so I got you guys in there. All right, so we're gonna go on here. There we go. All right, so let's talk about hooping these things. All right, so let me take this, put this on the side over here. We're gonna do this a little bit later. Okay, let's, let me fold this stuff, put it on the side over here, and then we're gonna put it on this chair right here. And oh, my sister. Hello. Huh?
Name. Check name.
Check what?
Check the initials again. I think you have them the wrong way.
I do? Oh, I thought it was a customer. Okay, all right. I'll check now. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, bye. All right, guys. So I'm over here. Oh, my goodness. I'm over here. All right, guys. All right, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so that was Nancy trying to do the thing. Let's check this, because I think I may have screwed up. All right. Okay, so, I tell you, boy, sisters, they have to help each other out, so they keep me straight. Okay, so it's supposed to be, I think she said I have the name in the wrong order. So let's take a look at this, okay? So the name is supposed to be Doran Jeremy Gordon, okay? So it's supposed to be a D. The G is the last name, and then the J. So, okay, so let's go back to In Brilliance over here. All right, and let me make sure I do have it wrong. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that would have been bad. All right, so the D has to go first. Oh my goodness, because Jeremy is the middle initial. Thank you. Oh my God, that would have been terrible. All right, good catch. Oh my God, so this is how it's supposed to be. All right, so I didn't recognize the phone number, so I thought it was a customer that I was working with today, because I have been working on nothing but initials all day today on all these blankets, and I had to double check and all that kind of stuff and everything. So yeah, so it looks kind of funky like that, doesn't it? The D, like the J, look better the other way. I should tell him, change that baby's name. Okay, so no, it's D G J. Yeah, okay, D G J. Let me see. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. No, I'm gonna stick with it. All right, so let me save this. Okay, so it's D J J. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Let's replace it. Oh, woof. Thank you. Oh my God. I would have wasted a blanket and I would have wasted a baby toy. Thank goodness. See how sometimes you can't rush. So why am I rushing? Why am I rushing? I ain't got nowhere to go. Why am I rushing? You know what? I'm going to slow down, guys. I'm going to slow down. Okay. So now we know we got this right. So this is going to look really, really cute. Okay. So now that I have this right, okay, I'm going to go back. Let me take this out. All right. I am back. Okay. So this is the color that I want to pick. Okay. I like this color because this color is going to match really nicely with the fringe of the blanket. I think this is a perfect match. So I think this is going to look super, super cute. And what I want to do is I want to do the initials on the end. Okay. On the corner. All right. So, yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch you guys back to the camera again. Okay, let's go to the camera. And I know you guys are facing right now my thing, but let me get the camera set up so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we are here. All right, so also let me grab a hoop for a single needle machine because I know some folks have the single needle machine. And sorry guys. And sometimes people want to know, how do you embroider on the single needle as well? So let me show you guys how you would do it. So if I had to do this on a single needle machine, what I would do is I would use tearaway stabilizer, okay? Because this is pretty light. It really doesn't need, and it's going to be a light design. And then what I would do is spray 505 temporary spray adhesive on it. And then I would just float this. Just put this on top, okay? And then just embroider right on it, okay? But because I'm going to be using a multi-needle machine, so that way we can just do it kind of quickly, I'm going to be using my mighty hoops. But I do want to tell you guys how to do this, okay? So I got 2 mighty hoops here, okay? So, that way you know how to do it on a single needle. Okay, so I got 2 mighty hoops. I'm going to just take tearaway stabilizer, okay? That's cutaway. Okay, I got my tearaway stabilizer right here. I'm just going to use 1 sheet because this is not like a really thick design. So I'm taking 2 because we're going to do it on the toy, and then we're going to do it on here, okay? So now what I'm going to do is, let's do 1 at a time. All right, I'm going to put the toy on the side for now. And let me move this. That is the thread we're going to use. And I'm going to take one of the hoops. Okay, and I'll put this on the side. Now, when you're doing these things, always look to see where the ticket is, because this is the back. Okay, so you want to make sure that you embroider on the right side. I have accidentally done that by not paying attention. And then what ended up happening was I embroidered on this side, and I was like, oh my goodness, I did it the wrong side. The other thing, if you look closely, you're going to see that there's like, it looks kind of raw here. You know what I'm saying? Because it has this serger stitches right here. So that's why. If you look, you can tell this is really the nice side. Okay, so pay attention to that. I always, whenever I'm embroidering these blankets, also, I like the ticket to be on the opposite end of where the ticket is. So I see that this is on this corner. So what I'll do is I'll grab the other corner, which is the opposite end. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the embroidery. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of just toss it like that. Okay. Well, not toss it, but place it. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take my stabilizer, put it on here. Now I do have the back holder. Okay, I'm going to use this. And I like using this because it actually holds your stabilizer in place. Okay, so, but when you're using this, Okay, hold on. Let me put this in here. Sure, sometimes it's a little bit tricky, but there you go. Well, see how the stabilizer sometimes goes up a little bit? There you go. Got it. All right. Now, the one thing, though, is remember this right here says must remove before embroidering. So you make sure that after you have this snapped on, you take this off. Don't put that in the machine because you don't want to misalign it by mistake. All right. So I have this. This is fine. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it neatly on here. Okay. I always like to smooth it out with my hand. And I always tell people, make sure you take your time. This is not where you rush, you know, because you want it to really go nicely on here. All right, now you take this and now you can go ahead and you can hoop this really nicely. I just give it a gentle tug just to make sure that everything's fine. Okay, because you want it to be nice and taut, but not too, you know, don't pull on it too much. But there you go. There, got it nice. Nice. And now I go back here and then I'm going to take this off. Okay, now you take it off. So now I have this. This is a nice surface, nice to embroider on. Okay, so I have this one. This is ready to go. So I'm going to put this aside. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on the baby, the little toy. Okay, so the toy is basically the same. Okay, I'm going to take my hoop. Okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this on top. All right. So that way there's like a set. I don't know why it's just not. Hold on. Sometimes you just need that flat surface. Putting it on wrong. It's not like. There you go. Got it. All right. There you go. There you go. Okay, got it. All right. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this like right here. Okay. Oh, not that one. This one. There you go. All right. And so you can see it's not on there right. So I'm going to have to take this off. I don't like the way it looks because I want it to be nice. This didn't look good. Okay. It's because I'm tired, guys. I was telling my sister I've been embroidering all day. There you go. I've been embroidering all day, so I'm a little tired, but that's okay. That's okay. That's part of an embroidery's life. Okay. All right. This looks a little better like that. Let's see. Like that. All right. There you go. Got it. Nice. All right. Nice and snug right there. Got it. Sometimes it's on the wrist. All right, guys. So now we are here at these machines. All right. I have them both on. All right. And I'm going to work on both of them because what I want to do is that way they're done kind of quick. So I'm going to go on here. Let's delete this one. And I do need to adjust this to the small hoop. This is the big one. There you go. And I'm going to have to do that on the other one too. And stuff. So, all right. And let me see if I can pull this up. And where are my initials? Let's see. Is it on here? Oh, there it is. I saw it. It's there. There it is. Okay, hit set. And then, let's see. I need to load my thread. I'm going to use needle number 1 because I've been using needle number 9 and 10 so much today that I want to give those 2 needles a rest. And I do have to, as a matter of fact, I need to change those needles tomorrow morning because I'm sure they're dull because they have been embroidering on blankets all day today. So, yeah, so, oh my God. Now I got to go in here and tie this knot so that way I can change these things. Okay, and I'm going to pull this thread from the bottom. Okay, I'm going here. The machines have already been oiled. Always oil your machines before you start them. Okay, especially these. These need oil. They do. All right, and then in this one, I'm going to change this thread as well. That way I can have the thread. See, now that I already have this loaded on here, then I can take it here and I can load it on here. And I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see? All right, I'm going to put you guys back there. There you go. Now you can see both. All right, so now I got to figure out where is the starting. Oh, there it is. For this, there it is. Okay. Whenever you get a new spool, there's always an issue, with trying to find the beginning of the thread. All right, so now I got that one as well. So got this one. I'm going to thread this machine. All right, so I got this one. All righty. Okay, so let's get that initial out here. Set another text. Don't forget to remove the backing from the toy one. Okay. Thank you. Nancy's been watching. Yes, I have to remove this. So let me remove that from the backing. All right. All right. So I have the toy one. So I'm going to put this one on here and I have to adjust this because this was for the big hoop. So let's make this one small one. All right. Nancy's keeping me straight. She's just being nice so I could let her spend money in Chicago. That's what it is. She wants to spend that money. All right, so. All right, hold on. There you go. Okay. So I got to rotate because I don't want this to be upside down. Let's see. Like that. Okay, let me do a scan because I want to see where this is going to fall. I'm going to do a scan. And I want to move this down. Okay. And then I'm going to do a thing. You want to make sure you're not going to hit the side of the hoops anywhere. That's perfect. Okay, this is good. I'm going to start embroidering. I need needle number 1, needle number 1. Okay. Oh, nope. Wrong. See, that's why you got to watch. It didn't say needle number 1. So 6, 7, 10. Okay, now. There you go. Needle number 1. All right, so now we got the toy embroidering. Nancy's keeping me straight here. Is this another notification from her? Check the name. Okay, we're good. All right. So, now I got this. The backing's off on this one. So I'm going to put this one on here. And to the middle of the hoop. And I'm going to want to rotate this one as well. So I'm going to rotate it. I want it upside down. Okay. Again, border. Okay. I don't want this on the 6. I want needle number 1. Needle number 1. I already threaded it. And because I think I might want it a little bit lower too. So let's scan this one, see what it looks like. And guys, it's a 4-minute stitch. That's all it is. So see how quick 2 gifts, real quick. All right. Nope. Let's go back. I want to trace. Always trace because you want to make sure that you're not hitting the side of your hoop. Okay, I'm just going to lift it up just a little bit. There you go. Now I'm going to hit embroider. And this is 6 minutes. So I'm sorry, it's a 6-minute stitch. So look how cool. So let me show you guys how it's coming out, okay? So this is still toy. It's really quick. And then I got the blanket coming out. So really, really cute. And so I have them both running at the same time. So as you guys can see, this is how literally how quick you can make a baby gift for somebody. Okay, and this is just strict embroidery. Okay, now after I'm done with this, we're gonna get to the baby gown. And what I want to do is I want to do the felt. The felt is gonna be a little bit different. So this is just a 6-minute stitch. I have them both running at the same time. So this will be done in no time. So right there, I have the little toy with the initials, and then I have a blanket with the initials. So that's really, really cute. The other one is going to take a little longer because I want to embroider the actual name. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to embroider the first name, Doreen. Let's see if I spell that right, you know? No, I checked because I got it from the grandma. So grandma told me how to spell it. So yeah, so it looks like a lot of people that have went and voted really liked the baby blanket. Let me go in the comments and see how you guys are doing. Oh, where is your mic? Oh, my mic. All right. I don't have my mic on me. How fast are you running the machines on those? Okay. Let me tell you, Roxanne, right now. I will tell you. Okay. The machine that has the toy is running 1,000 stitches per minute. The machine that has the blanket is 900 stitches per minute. So I'm doing it kind of fast because it's just a simple monogram. Okay. And I hope you guys can hear me. But it's just a simple monogram. So, yeah. Let me see. I sent her a text. She's not looking at it. Okay, you guys will look at. Okay, Sister's No Best. All right. Okay. Yep. Nancy's keeping me straight, guys. Nancy's keeping me straight. So let me go on the top of the chat, and I can start saying hi to some of you guys while these things are embroidering because they're going to be done real quick. So I see Marlene. How you doing, Cynthia? I see Peggy. How are you? Have not tried the reverse applique yet. Reverse applique is a lot of fun, Marlene. I love reverse applique. Okay, love it. I see my sister is in there. Hey, Nancy. I see Jenny. How are you, Jenny? How you doing? Cynthia, yes, guys. I hope you guys give me a thumbs up. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I am a little tired because I've been embroidering for all these customers, and I want to get this baby gift done, okay? And as you can see, it's not really going to take long because, you know, the toy is almost done and the blanket. So already we got 2 stuff. And this is the thing, guys. This makes a great, you do a gift basket. So it's like so cute. You can do like a gift basket and everything. So it looks like the toy's done. The toy's done. So let me come back with the toy, okay? Bang, look at that. So this is the little toy, okay? So this is finished. Cute. I like it. I really like it. And the blanket is almost done. It's getting there and stuff. But we'll go to the cutting table and look at both of these once the blanket is done. And then once we get to that, then it's going to be the gown. Let's work on the gown. I'm going to design how I want the name to be on the gown, and then we're going to work on that as well. So, and then you guys going to see, like, within an hour and a half, we got nice items that we can put in the baby gift basket. Because if you think about it, I wish somebody could time me and stuff. Because I know, like, the beginning, I think I talked for like a half hour or something like that. And then we started rocking and rolling and everything. As you can see, I already got 2 things that's done. And they're always a hit. These things are always a hit. People love personalization. They truly, truly do. And so yeah. So, hey, Deborah, how are you? I see Earth. Hey, Miss Eartha, how are you? Roxanne's in the house. Miss Miller. Hey, Marcia, how are you? So Pearl Creations, how you doing? Hey, Happy Housewife, how are you? Pretty eyes. Happy Friday to you too. Hey, Angela. I see Emma. Hey, Big Fake, how are you? How you doing? Look at that. The blanket's done. And I know Nancy said, where is my mic? I know. The machines get loud. I know. And stuff. But I have to think about how I'm going to do the sound thing. All right. So let's take out the blanket. All right. So there you go. This is the blanket right now. Look how cute. That looks really nice. And it's for a boy. So it came out really, really cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the camera so we can take a look at this really closely at the cutting board. And as you guys can see, we already have 2 gifts already done. So let me move the camera over so that you guys can see what I am doing. All right, so let's move this over. All right, so yeah, so we can see all this stuff. Let's see. All right. Okay. So let me position us a little bit better here because I want to make sure you guys can see. All right. Cool. All right. So this is the baby blanket. Look how cute it came out. Really nice. Okay. So I'm just going to take this out of the hoop. So as you can see, ooh, I almost snapped my fingers. You saw that? That wouldn't have been good. So as you guys can see, that was quick. That was quick. So if ever like I'm in a bind and I have to do something really like super fast, man, I could put 2 things in there and that's it. I'm done. You know? And then just package it up and then you're good. All right. And then I'll just take the tearaway out. You can tear as much of it as you want. Let me put this in the garbage. I gotta take garbage out today. All right. So see? Baby blanket all done. So I can take this, I can fold this or give it a nice press and stuff and then fold it really nicely, you know, for the baby. There's the baby blanket. That's not a good way to fold it. There you go. Here's a nice little fold. There's a baby blanket right there. And then the matching toy. See? Okay. All right. And then I got the matching toy, so I'm just going to take this out. There you go. I'll leave the rest of theirs. And then you got the matching toy. So isn't that cute? So already I have two things that I can put in the baby basket, right? So I have this with the initial and this with the initial. And it came out like super, super cute. Ain't that cute, guys? Look at that. The little bunny with the blanket. So that's one thing. All right. So we're done with this. And look how quick it was. Okay. So now I have this and the little bunny. Right? And I'll just like make it like really cute and put it in the basket. So I got this. All right. So now let's work with the felt. Okay. Because remember, I wanted to do the felt. So I'm going to put this aside. So we got two things real quick, ma'am. So I'm going to put them aside. And then now what we're going to do is I want to do the baby gown. Okay. So here's the baby gown. All right. And what I want to do is I want to do the felt on the baby gown. Okay. So I'm going to cut this here because we don't need all that felt. All right. But there you go. All right. So I think this would look really cute because then I want to do the baby gown. And then the baby gown, I think this would match nicely. So we would have this blanket with the baby gown. And what I want to do is I want to do the initial. Okay. So let's go to Embrilliance. And should I do the initial or should I do the name? I kind of like the initial. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do the initial. And then on here, I will embroider the whole name. That's probably what I'm going to do. So let's see. Let's go play around with it on Embrilliance. Okay. So let's see what we're going to do here, guys. All right. So I'm going to take out the camera and we're going to go back to Embrilliance. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we got the baby gown that I'm working on, right? So the name of the child is Doran Jeremy Gordon. Think what I'm going to do is because one of the things that I like is I like to do the hand stitch. Or when I use the felt, I always like to pick a thin font, right? You can do a thin font. So that's too thick. I want something like super thin, which is why I always go to this. Because I think this is like kind of perfect. Don't know how I like that. All right, so okay, give me a minute, guys. Do I want? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Let me see. Doran. Okay, that's gonna be too big for the hoop. Well. See, hold on. I got an idea, guys. I can probably use the sleeve hoop. Let me see if I can use a sleeve hoop for that. And that was the 4x12. There you go. I can do a 4x12. And let me see. Hold on. Yep, I can do that. Okay, and that would work perfect. And I have more than enough space. Kind of like this. I kind of like this. Okay, and then what I can do is I use the white thread to tack this down. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that. Let's see how it comes out. I have another baby gown if this doesn't work out, but I think it will. Okay, so all right, so this is the file that I'm going to use, And let me grab my USB because I want to save this file. Okay, so let's save this. So this is his first name, Doran. So I'm going to save that, save as, and I'm going to put Dorain. Okay, and it's going to be on the yellow. And let me make sure I spelled it right. Dorain. Dorain. Yeah, that's how she, okay, that's how we spelled it. Okay, and I think this is perfect. I could make it a little bit bigger, can I? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, that's too small. What if I made it like this? Perfect. Dorain. Doran. Can I make it a little bit bigger? There you go. I like that. Okay. That's how I'm going to do it. All right. Okay. It's on the yellow file. Okay. I'm going to replace that. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. So let's talk about how we're going to hoop this. Okay. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. All right, so let's remove this. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to hoop this. Now, what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using a Mai hoop that is 9x4, and it's like a sleeve hoop, okay? But I'm going to use this for the baby. All right, so let me see how I'm going to do this. All right, so I'm going to, let's put the camera back on. All right. Let's put this one on. Okay, so I'm going to go grab the hoop so that you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, this is another hoop. Okay, hold on. Is that going to, yeah, it'll work. This will work. Hold on. All right, I'm bringing all my hoops over here. I got to figure out which one's which here. All right, this is the one that I need. Okay, so I got all these different sizes. All right, so this is the one that I need. All right, and then I need to make sure that I have the right one that goes with this one. This is the 9x3. This is it. This is the 4.5. This is the one that I want. Okay. All right. Let me put this back. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use, usually you use like no-show mesh or something like that underneath. I'm actually going to heat, well, let me see, hold on, I'm thinking, because it's for baby. So I'm going to have to put, what do you call that? Tender touch underneath. That's, yeah, I'm going to do that. So, and I'm going to use some cutaway, but I need it to be light. It'll be fine. It'll be fine because I'm going to put tender touch. So it's going to be okay. All right. So let me move this out of the way because I have a lot of stuff all over the place. Okay. I can't work like this. All right. So, all right. So if you were to do this on a flatbed machine, you're going to have to float it. Okay. What you would have to do is you're going to have to turn this, and you're going to have to float it like this, you know, like you put it like here, you know, it's going to be a little difficult. You're going to have to stretch that and stuff. Usually sometimes, let me see. The best way to do this is if you have a serger or something, undo all of this. Okay. That way you can open it up just like, you know, how we did Nancy's, shirt. Well, no, Nancy's shirt I did at the embroidery club, but you would open up the seam. That way you can open this up and you can lay it flat. That's how I would do this on a flatbed machine. And this is Guys, look at it. It's a serger. It's just a serger. And you just take it to a serger. And if you don't have a serger, get a zigzag stitch and then just restitch it closed. That's how you would do this. Okay. So I'm going to take this, open this up here. All right, and these mighty hoops are kind of heavy. They are. All right. Now, yeah, I'm going to put it like on the side. Let me put this here. I'm going to take, hold on, I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. You could put no-show mesh. And see, the thing is, I don't want to take the iron out. Because then we're going to be, I should do it. I should take out no-show mesh and iron it on. No, I'll use cutaway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let me do the cutaway. What is this? Well, this is no-show mesh. Yeah, I'll just use the no-show mesh. I just won't iron it on. It's fine. I'm going to use this. This is what I'm going to do. Because if I use the cutaway, it's going to be too thick, and then you're going to see right through it. And this is not a good scissor. Those are my paper scissors. So let me take out these and take this out here. There you go. All right, so I got a piece of no-show mesh right there. And where's my label? I always like to keep my labels together. I got these from Miss Banks. She made these for me, and I use them. So this is my no-show mesh. Put that back. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to stick to this. Stick with what you know works. Okay. And first things first is I'm going to stabilize my hoop. So I'm going to put this on here. Take this, put this on, and let's see. I should have cut more, but it's fine. Yeah, it's good. It's going to be fine because once, yeah, it'll be fine. Will it? Let me just rehoop this because I think I need more here on this side. There you go. There. And then I'll just, that's perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to take my baby gown. Okay. And I'm going to put it like this in here. Okay. And the area where I want to put the name is like on the side. So, and you can see it's kind of tricky sometimes to hoop things, you know, because you want them to come out, you know, right. So it's kind of tricky, but hey, it is what it is, right? So, okay. I'm going to have to like stretch it a little bit when I slam it. Because see, there's a lot of ridges here, right? So sometimes when you comb, it's not going to be like smooth because of the ridges right here on the side. So this kind of like bunches up the fabric on here. So maybe I can move it up a little bit more just to see if I can get that smooth area. Yeah, I think that'll work. Move it up a little bit, then, but I want this like on the side here. All right. All right, so let me snap this and see how it goes. Now, the way I snap it, I have to watch it here because I want this, oops, to go in this way because I want to put this part in here. So, all right, there you go. So, yep, I got it. It's pretty good. And then I got to take this out. And yep, it's hooped correctly in here. So it's good. All right. So I got this. Now, let me tell you something about the hooping here. As you guys can see, I have like the seam right here because I kind of want the name to be here. Okay. So I'm going to now go to the machine and we're going to play with this. Okay. Because I'm going to be using white thread because I want this to go right on here. So I'm going to put this in here like this. And I'm going to see if the name can be embroidered within this. That way I don't have to cut extra felt and stuff. All right. So, yeah. So let me go to the machine. And this is where, let me show you guys. Okay. So we're going to go on here. Hold on. So right here, I'm on here. And let me bring my iPad because I want to make sure that you guys can see what I want to show you guys. Okay. Because this is what I like about my machine. Okay. Because of the scanning capability. There we go. All right. Because this scans, that's what I like. So let me putting this in like this. Yep. And I gotta make this bigger. Hold on. So I'm gonna make this adjustment because this was for the 5x5. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger here. I'm changing that. Okay. All right. I already got white thread on here. All right. So what I want to do here is I'm going to put this in. Okay. Perfect. There's plenty of space there. Okay. So let's see. Where do I have? Oh, I was going to say, where did I put the USB? Okay. So, okay. All right. So edit, delete that. Okay. So let's bring out this file here. And let's see. Yep, that's how I want it. I want it to say Doran this way with the DOR going this way. And as you can see, it did that. So now what I'm going to do is I want to scan this. And the reason why I want to scan it all right. So the reason why I want to scan it, and let me bring this real close to you guys so that you guys can see this. All right. I want you guys to notice something right off the bat. See right here? That means that I don't have enough felt. Okay. So I may have to move the felt a little bit down. And then let me rescan this to see if there's enough felt in there. If not, then I have to use another piece because that means that the end is not going to have enough felt for me to cut around it. Okay. So I moved my felt down. Okay. So I moved the felt a little bit. Okay. Over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rescan. Okay. So I'm going to hit the camera so that I can rescan. I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to let it do its thing. And it's going to rescan. Okay. All right. Now I'm looking on here. See how now it's perfect. Do you guys see that? I have enough space in here, and then I have more than enough in here. So as a matter of fact, I could even move this felt a little bit. I can move this just a little bit, which I am going to do. I'm going to move it just a little tiny bit. That way I know now I have more than enough space for that honing and I can cut the felt. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the edit. I'm going to hit embroider. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be pulling the thread from needle number 2 because that's where my white thread is sitting. Okay. And now I'm going to take my little chopsticks because I don't want this felt to shift at all because it's in the perfect spot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit start, okay, and I'm going to embroider this. But I don't want this to shift. I don't want my felt to shift because that way I get to use all of this. This is perfect now. Yep, because I'll get to cut around this. This is cute. Okay. Perfect. Yep, this is perfect. This is already secure, so I'm good. So now I don't have to hold it anymore because this is already now secure in place. So it's going to be fine. Okay. I love using chopsticks because I can hold this stuff. I don't have to worry about it. If this hits anything, let it hit this. I don't want it to hit my fingers because that's not a good feeling. Never happened to me, but thankfully it never does. All right, guys. So while that is embroidering, I'm going to keep saying hi to you guys in the chat and stuff. And as you can see, that's not going to shift. So I don't have to cut another piece of felt. And that's the thing. I don't like to waste, but that's going to look really, really cute. And then let me pull out my scissors that I'm going to use to start cutting that. And I'm going to use these scissors and stuff. And we'll go to the cutting table and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. It's going to look really cute. And there's no show mesh stabilizer. That's what I used on that. And then what I'll do is once I'm done, I'll iron on, cloud cover, tender touch. That way it doesn't irritate the child's skin, the baby's skin and stuff like that. So that's going to take a minute to embroider. It's not going to take long at all. But if anything, what's going to take long is probably the cutting process. But I'll show you guys how to do that. Ooh, my throat. Anyway. Looks like it's embroidering fine. Hi, Mello. How are you? So Mello's here to see how things are going. Right, Mello? We're working. We are. Progress, as always. Oh, you're shy now? Okay, so now Mello is camera shy and stuff. And I think Mello is upset because Mr. H did not ask him to be the security for Nancy. So, yep, he left. He's pissed. Pissed at Mr. H because him and Patches can't go. Oh, my goodness. So, guys, I'm telling you, baby gifts. Such a cute thing to do. Oh, my God. Look how quick. We already did a toy. We already did a baby blanket just with the initials. Now we're doing the baby gown, okay, with felt. That's going to come out super cute. I don't think we're going to have time to do the other blanket, but I have videos in the channel on how I embroider those heirloom baby blankets. And there's so many different ways you can do it. You can do it with a full name. You can do it with little cute designs and stuff like that. So, but I do want to finish this one with you guys, at least the gown, because I did title the video about the baby gown, right? So, and it's just that I knew that it was going to be a simple stitch with just the toy and the blanket. So I already got 2 things in the basket, and then this will be the third. And then when I get a chance, I will embroider the other blanket. So that's 2 blankets, a baby gown, a toy. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably go and buy some bibs, and maybe I'll do like some bibs with some cute little baby designs and the name on it. Do some really cute designs and stuff. I think that's gonna come out. I think this baby gown is gonna come out really, really nice. So let me keep going down the chat and saying hi to you guys. Hey, Miss Rita, how are you? How you doing? Hey Danielle, how are you? How you doing? Let me see. Wow, that's what happens when you are retired. Mr. H has super spies everywhere. Now Fred has to worry about what Jeanette picks up. I know. Yes, he does. He does, because I don't think Fred called Nancy to tell her to spy on me. But you really think about it, that's kind of bad. You know, you're telling one sister to spy on the other sister. I don't know. Who's gonna watch Jeanette? I know, right? I don't have a supervisor night. And you know what? If Nancy says something to me, I'm gonna tell her, you're not the boss of me. I'm the oldest. Yes, we arrived May 6th. So I'm pretty excited, guys. This is going to be so much fun. A sister trip to Chicago. I'm pretty excited. If it's on sale, can anyone resist? Exactly. If it's a good price, I mean, come on, guys. Would you prefer us to pay full price? No. No. Hey, Becky, how are you? How you doing? Let's see. Nancy, now who will sew up an outfit for the baby? The security blanket, so cute. Oh, everybody loves that. Guess I have a new project to do. Yep. I know you already made the knitting hat and booties. Oh. What about a birth cloth? Yep. Gonna do that. Oh, everybody's voting. You are giving me ideas for me. Our daughter is expecting, and arrival is September. Don't know the sex yet. Yeah, this is the things that I love. It's like this. I really truly love this about embroidery, because it's like whenever you have to like whip out a gift, you can come up with such really great gifts. So look at that, right on the edge, guys. Right on the edge. Do you see that? Oh. Right on the edge. Talk about not wasting anything. Right on the edge. That is perfect. And I think that's it. Finish. Oh my God. That's awesome. All right. So let's take this camera to the cutting board. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. All right, guys. Oh my God. Am I good or what? Am I good or what? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Look at that. Look. Plenty of space. Plenty of space. Am I good or what? Oh. 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 All right. I don't want you guys to get dizzy now. All right, but let's cutting board. All right. Let me bring down the camera so you guys can see what we're doing here. All right, let me give you guys a close-up. See that? See? It did not, I got felt here. This is what I wanted. So I got to fit the whole name on the felt. So this is cool. All right. So now let me take this out. Okay. Perfect. All right. Remove this, put this aside somewhere. Put that here. Okay, so now I'm not going to worry. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about this. Now, you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to put water soluble stabilizer between here and here. I just hope that while I'm cutting, I don't accidentally cut the baby gown. Shoot, forgot to do that. But remember when I first tried this technique? But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad happens, okay? All right, so let me bring you guys closer so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut around all the extra. Usually I have water-soluble stabilizer between the garment and the fleece. And I forgot to put that. And it serves as a safeguard so I don't accidentally cut the garment. But as you can see, I screwed up. But let's see if I can make it work. Okay? So I'm going to hold this like this. Okay? I'm going to cut all the felt out. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I may end up cutting the gown. Yeah. But let's see. Okay, the scissors not going to work for me. Here we go. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see. Nope, it's working. It's working, guys. So, see, it's a little tedious, but okay. And I can just cut this a little bit closer. Can I do this without the water-soluble stabilizer? There you go. Okay. Trying to do it as close as I possibly can, but, you know, with leaving some felt. Okay, see how the D's coming out? See? Looks cute, right? And I just you want to smooth it out too. So these round scissors are pretty good because it helps you with smoothing it around. See? There you go. And then, so with this, you're going to have like different types of scissors all over the place. You know. And they're going to want to like cut in here a little bit. And cut in here too. There you go. I wonder how many people out there are holding their breath. Oh, Jeanette, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Okay. Okay. There you go. So there's the D. Okay, so you see how it's coming out? See, there's the D. And I could take this. Let me just cut a little bit more around here. I actually like doing this because I just feel like this is calming. Honestly, guys. I feel like it's calming because you just sit there and you're playing with it. It's like, And then I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want to accidentally cut the gown. I sometimes cut around inside here, but I don't want to do that. So I'll just leave this. I'll just cut outside the letters. Well, let's do the letters first, and then we'll see. We'll see if I should cut inside the circles and stuff like that. You see how you got to just cut around the letters and then you just have to kind of go inside here and then just snip and kind of get the scissors in there. You want something that kind of isn't too sharp on the edges because then you don't want it to cut the garment. There you go. There you go. But once you get it in there, then you're good. See? And then I can go ahead and I can like cut around and smooth this. See? It's cute. It's cute. There you go. Look at how cute this is coming out. See? It's cute. And you just, this is the R, so it's supposed to be like straight. This is just really straight like that, see? And as you can see, notice how I'm switching between the scissors a lot. That's because depending on, your curve and stuff. This looks really cute, guys. And you can do this on a blanket. There you go. I'm going right in there. Usually, I recommend putting water-soluble stabilizer between the garment and the felt. That way, you have a little extra layer in there and you don't accidentally cut the item. So far I've been pretty lucky. I remember when I first started this technique, I would cut the shirt and I would be so pissed. And I would be like, great, because these things cost money, But as you can see, I guess I'm getting better at it. There you go. And go in here and just cut down a little bit down here. There you go. Okay. This looks really cute. You see a lot of, and I think I kind of like it. I think I'm going to leave it like that and not chance it of making the hole in there and stuff. So yeah, but kind of like, I like doing this. I gotta be honest with you. I kind of like doing this. I mean, I think it's it kind of helps slow you down. I think that's why I like this, because it just helps me slow down a little bit, you know. So let's see, like right here. This is just straight cut down here. Cut this down. And you guys notice I switched my scissors a lot. So, and like right here, cut down. Shoot. Look what I did, guys. Look. I cut it. I cut the baby gown. Oh. Too confident. I got overconfident, guys. This is what I'm talking about. See, if I had the water-soluble stabilizer, that would not have happened. Ugh. All right, so this didn't happen tonight. Man. I can't believe I did that. This got cut. Did you guys see that? Look. This is the stabilizer right there. I cut the fabric. All right, so this didn't work out. So I have another baby gown, but I'm not going to do it tonight because this takes a long time. And I'm going to be honest with you. Let's look at this. Let's look at the placement. It's a little bit too close in the middle. I really needed it to be a little more on the side. So I'll have to redo this. So what I'll do is I'll redo this tomorrow, guys, and I will film it as I redo it so that you guys can see me do this. But damn. Oh, well. Look at that. Now what I could do is take a scissor. No, I'm not going to do that. I was like, I could make a t-shirt out of this, but that's okay. It's all right. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. I was almost there. I only needed to cut out this much. Oh, guys. Did you see that? All right, so blumper, but at least I got the toy done and I got one baby blanket done. So this didn't actually come out that good. But at least you guys know now. We know. Don't wing it. Don't wing it. You have to have a layer between your felt and your garment. Because you saw I was trying to be careful, and I think I got a little overconfident. I should have stayed careful, and I didn't. And look at that. Look at that. I cut the baby gown. I cut the baby gown. You believe that? Oh, wow. Now, what not to do? Yes, Miss Fake. Don't wing it. Okay? Don't wing it. I should have put that question. The baby gown is cotton. Felt is not. What does it look like after it's gone to the wash? It looks good. It looks good, Mary Jane. This does not, it doesn't shrink or anything like that. I have done lots of baby blankets using this method. I have also done shirts using this method. This felt goes through the wash with no problem. It does and stuff. So yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something, Mary Jane. Do not do this without doing the water soluble stabilizer. So for those that don't know how it's really supposed to be done, okay, because this was me winging it, okay, what it is you have your garment, right? on top of the garment, take a sheet of water soluble stabilizer, you put it on top, then you put the felt. Okay, then you go ahead and you embroider it. What it is that the water soluble stabilizer is going to serve you as another layer for that, so that you can cut better. Okay, because as you saw when I was cutting, right, I had to be like super careful, and even with me being super careful, I still cut the baby gown. So if you have that extra layer in there, it kind of helps you to get a better chance of not cutting the garment. But as you can see, this happened. So yeah, so I will do another video and stuff. But this does go on the could you leave it in the hoop and cut it before taking it out? No, I would not do that, because Jenny, you really have to get into these things. It's not going to be easy for you to cut around these with this being in the hoop. You're going to need to be able to, as you saw when I was cutting it, saw how I put my hand in and I was trying to manipulate this and get, and get it around. You're going to need to do that. So cutting this, I understand what you're thinking, like, is it like applique? It's not. It's different. It's a little bit different, because with applique, all you're doing is you're cutting the outside. With this, is different, okay? Because you're cutting a little bit close, and you're also cutting between the letters. So that hoop is going to get in the way. It is. It's going to get in the way. So it's a little bit different. I have not been able to cut this in the hoop, and I tried it. It's much easier for you to take it out of the hoop. But I'm telling you, the trick is to really put that third layer. You have to have a something between your actual garment and the felt, and then you cut around it and stuff. But this would go through the wash fine. We've tried it and stuff, and it does not shrink or anything like that. It dries well and stuff like that, so it's fine. But that really does suck, doesn't it? It's like, oh well, this is going in the trash, because this isn't going to work. So I'm going to have to do another one. And I really like this because I think it came out really cute, but except I snipped the baby onesie. So go figure, right? So it's like, oh well. But yeah, Mary Jane, you shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, everybody's like, oh no. Okay, I'm trying to make this. Yeah, I know. Did you see that I cut it? Also, it would look bad if you didn't get the width exact. Let me see. I've never seen this technique before. Oh yeah, I did a video doing this on the channel the right way. Okay, I just forgot to put the water soluble stabilizer on here. If I would have had that there, this would not have happened, because the scissor would have slid on top of the water soluble stabilizer and underneath the felt, and I would not have cut the gown. So yeah, so this is, but but just to give you guys the idea, I mean, look at how cute it would have looked. It really would have looked cute. And then usually what I do is I cut around the D and I make the whole thing and stuff. I do have a video. I did the name Jack on one of these for a girlfriend of mine, and I did the whole thing. But yeah, so it didn't. Yeah, so this was kind of a flop because I forgot the water soluble stabilizer. So, and I don't want to, is there anything to repair it? You can't repair it, Jenny, because it is if I was to cut around it, you have to kind of sew it. So there's no repairing. It's a cut. It's a cut. It's going to look funky if I try to sew it shut. it's gonna look funky. I got another one. I'll just do another one for them. It's always when you get to the end. Always. It is. Could you leave it in? Let's see. Okay, I think I got everybody's question in there. And to make, yeah. Let's see. I'm going through the chat, guys, to see if there's anything in there that supervisor checking. She's gonna cut around the letters. Yep. 505. Yeah, it's gonna make it harder to cut. No, you don't want 505 on there. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't want 505. Where'd you get the smaller blanket and the toy from? I actually ordered that from Alibaba. So these were blankets that I ordered about like 2 years ago from Alibaba because I just wanted to give them just to see. So I just, I only ordered a couple, Marsha, and then what I did was I just threw them in my closet, and I figured those are good last minute gifts. So it's, something happens or whatever, and I need a quick gift, as you see, they worked out. So, well, at least we got the blankets embroidered. We got one of the blankets embroidered. We got the toy embroidered. You guys now learned that you can't do this without a third layer, a layer between the felt and the item, because you will cut it. This happened to me. I did this on baby blankets, and I always cut the baby blanket. And then someone said, put a layer between the blanket and the felt and then cut. And that worked great. Unfortunately, when I was so focused on making sure that I had enough felt for the name, that I totally forgot about putting the layer in between so that I could cut it right. So, but it would have came out nice. It really would have came out nice. But honestly, too, I don't think I really hooped it correctly, because look, it looks a little bit like this should have been more. I would have preferred that this was more on the side. This looks like it's more in the middle, guys, right? So I don't think it was hooped right. But these baby onesies, these baby gowns are a little tricky, because it's like they're small here and then they get bigger in the bottom. That's how it kind of looks. Like they kind of get small and then they're bigger at the bottom. I would have wanted this to be more on here on the side. So yeah, so that's okay. And I got a feeling that probably what I'm going to do the next time, I'm going to do this tomorrow again. What I'm going to do is, remember when I was telling you guys earlier, that this inseam right here, if you were going to do it on a flatbed machine, to go ahead and just open this up, I'm going to open it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this up, and then I bet you that's going to be easier for me to hoop, so that way I get the placement correct right where I want it. So, and then what I'll do is I will resurge it. So yeah, so guys, I'm going to have to film this tomorrow so that I can do this. So yeah, but because I don't have any customers tomorrow. I did all my orders today, which is probably why I'm tired, because I did all my local orders today. A lot of people ordered these sweatshirts from me, and then I got the baby blankets, and then I had a construction company come in and drop off boxes, and I finished all of it because I didn't want it to go into Saturday and Sunday, because I was like, I want time for me. So, and it's really funny because I'm supposed to be retired, I'm supposed to be retired. So I'm supposed to be relaxed, but I'm getting a lot of orders in and stuff. So yeah, so I've been pretty busy, which is good because more money for me to spend when I go to Chicago. So, because I don't have anybody watching me. Nancy has somebody watching me. But, you know, it's like I can go to the restroom and Nancy can run around and, you know, I mean, because I can't watch it 24/7, you know, so I do have to go to the restroom sometimes. So all she has to do is say, hey, don't you have to go to the bathroom? I sure do, you know, so so yeah, but this one, it looked really cute. And it's funny because it's like now I want to keep cutting it. I really enjoy it, and you know, I know that you know, some people they say, oh, but you know, that takes a long time. But like I was saying when I was at the cutting table, it does take a long time because you should go slow. And I think I was just trying to rush it. So in a way, it kind of serves me right because I was rushing and I should not. I should have been really careful when I cut that. But because you could see I was pretty successful with the D, O, and the R. And then right when I got here, that's when I screwed up. So, but I kind of like this method because it kind of slows you down. So it kind of forces you to relax. Now, let me show you because this is already like jacked up, but when it comes to like these letters, right? What I usually do is I will take this and then I just like pinch it, right? Until I get to the point where I can, you know, I just pick at it. Just pick at it, okay? Until you get to the point where then you see the plastic. See, I'm picking at it now. Because that's how I do it. And then when I get to the plastic where I can then like put my scissor inside and then lift it like that. Because see how I was able to get in? See? And then I just cut around it. So this actually looks nicer when you do it this way. Hold on, guys. So I can show you guys real quick. I'm going to do this so you guys can see. I really like doing these because I don't know. I think this is like, it forces me to relax. Let me show you the D. When you guys see the D, you guys are going to be like, oh, this is cute. Okay. There you go. It's a shame that I had to snip it like that. Man. All right. See? Look. See, guys? Ain't that cute? Ain't that cute? I like that. Ain't that cute? I would like to know if anyone knows what is the size of font for the sleeves. There is no right or wrong answer to that. Hey, E from the baby booty. There is no right or wrong. I mean, it depends on what fits in your hoop. That's how I usually try to use like an inch, you know, or smaller, depending. But yeah, but see how when I cut it out, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? See how cute when you cut out the D? So, but see, the thing is, if I had the water soluble stabilizer between the felt and there, it serves as a barrier, right? And I would not have accidentally cut the fabric. But look how cute. And then the same thing here. I'll redo the O so you guys can see. And that's why, Jenny, that's why I say you really can't have this in the hoop while you're cutting around it, because you're going to have to, you know, you just sit in a chair. You got to play with it. Because see how I fold it up, you know, and then I'll just like pick on it. You know, I pick on the felt a little bit at a time until I can get in there. You know, I just pick at it, you know, because I'm trying to make it thinner until I get to that point where, you know, you can feel when your scissor can get in there. There you go. See, I got in for the O. See, I'm just going to keep playing with this so that you guys can see. because I know that some folks are probably like, well, I don't get it. I don't get the felt. Why is the felt so important? It's because this is cute. That's why. It gives it that 3D effect. And I really like the way this looks. Here, hold on. I'm almost done with the O. So that you guys can see now. And this will look a little bit better. All right. There you go. Okay. Now, I'm holding it up. Look, see? See? See how cute? This is cute. Cute, 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 cute. The only thing is you got to make sure you don't cut the fabric. The garment. You don't cut the garment. You don't do what I did, okay? But see how cute it is? I mean, this is really, really cute. This really is. I like it. And this is very different from 3D puff embroidery, okay? Because, and this is the other thing, guys. This felt that I'm buying, you go to Michael's, very inexpensive, okay? It does not cost an arm and a leg. When you're going and you're doing 3D puff embroidery, you got to buy the the foam. That can get a little pricey, okay? That can get a little pricey. But this, very inexpensive. Now, it does take a little work to do, but I got to be honest with you, I actually enjoy doing it because I like sitting and messing around and cutting out the letters. I think it comes out really cute. And yeah, you don't have to worry about the wash, guys. I'm telling you, I've done plenty of these. It's just with everything that I had going on, it just slipped my mind to put the water soluble stabilizer underneath the felt so that I could have that barrier. If I would have had that, believe me, this would have been done. This would have been done. But it looks super cute. So super cute. I love this. I really do. And I was even thinking, should I do this on the heirloom baby blanket? I'm thinking about trying that because you know how earlier I did the toy with that baby blanket. So I was thinking I could do a set of the baby gown with the other baby blanket using the same method. That would look cute too. So I don't know. So yeah, but this is really how it looks. And let me give you a real good close-up so you can see. But see how cute? And it stands out. Really cute. So yeah. But like I said, this is for a gift. So I'm definitely going to have to redo this. So what I'll do is I will, because I have to do it tomorrow anyway, I will turn that camera on and I'll film it step by step so that you guys can see how this actually looks. Okay. And at the same time, what I'll do is I'll also not only just film doing the baby onesie, let's do the match. I'll do the whole set with the baby blanket as well, because I need to get this done because, then I have to go to Chicago. After Chicago, then I come back and I don't want to leave this in the back burner. And then I have more orders coming in. And then all of a sudden I can't get the gift out. So I figured this is the weekend that I have to work on the basket. So I want to dedicate the whole weekend. And I think what I'm also going to do is I'm thinking about going to maybe Walmart or something like that and just get like a whole bunch of baby bibs. And somebody mentioned birth clocks in the chat. And I think that's a good idea. So maybe what I'll do is I already have 2 baby blankets. I have the baby toy. Okay. I will make this the gown. And I will do the other baby blanket, maybe birth cloths. Very good idea. I can do that. And I can do some designs on the birth cloths. And along with the birth cloths, maybe with the bibs as well. And then just do a couple of stuff in there because I think that would be really cute. And then I'll probably get like a nice little, wooden basket, put all the items in there nicely wrapped and stuff, and then just put the plastic on it with a bow. and then give that as the gift and everything. Because I really want to give this to them because it's their first baby. And they used to live next door to me when I lived in Bristol in my townhouse. And I've known their son for quite some time, for a lot of years, since they were little kids. And God, it's so hard to believe, like, you know, when it makes you really feel old when all of a sudden you see these little kids grow up and they're grown men and now they're married, they're having babies themselves. You're like, wow, where did the time go? So I really want to give them really something special because it's their first baby and stuff. Baby hat. Yes. McFate. I'm going to write all this stuff down. Yeah, I got to get a hat too. The hat, the birth cloth, the bib. Yeah, got to do all that stuff and everything. So yeah, but are you still working out this shirt? No, no, this is done. This is done. I tore it. I just wanted to show you guys how to do that. Now make sure you and Nancy don't give the same presents. Oh my goodness. Where's my homie Mello? Oh my God, Eve, he was out here earlier. Mello, look, the light. Mello, the light. Here he comes. Here he comes. Mello, look, the light. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, Mello. Look. Eve wants to say hi to you. Eve wants to say hi to you. Look, right here. Look. Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Eve misses you. Everybody misses you. It's like you don't want to do your cameos anymore. I don't know why. And where were you? You were not supervising me. Why didn't you tell me that I didn't put the water-soluble stabilizer on there? You were supposed to tell me. You were. Bad dog. And stuff. He's slacking. Guys. You're slacking. You're supposed to be supervising me. He's going to turn 6 this year, guys. 6 years old in May. May 22nd is his birthday. It's going to be your birthday, May 22nd, 6 years. What am I going to do with a 6-year-old golden doodle? What am I going to do with you, Mello? I guess I got to keep loving you, huh? And feeding you, and giving you a bath, and spoiling you. Look at that. Now he really wants attention. But come over here so that nobody could see you. Go ahead, sit. You can sit. That's it. Good boy. You're a good boy. I love you. Oh, you're so cute. I'm going to put you in a suitcase and sling you to Chicago. Yes, I'm going to put you in a suitcase. That's my boo-boo right there. That is my boo-boo right there. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? All right, guys. So I am going to call it the night because Eve, look what you started. Now you got all the attention, I know. I'm going to call it the night. What a bummer that I had to cut that baby down. But at least you guys have the concept. And I'm going to redo this because, like I said, I have another one. So I'm going to redo it. This time I'm going to do it step by step. And I will show you guys how it's really supposed to be done. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to throw this out because I will show this in the video just in case somebody wants to learn how to do it. And then I can show them what happens if you don't put that layer between the garment. Bye, Mello. You're leaving me already? Oh, okay. So that way, if they don't put that layer, they'll know what could possibly happen and stuff like that. So yeah, so it kind of sucks. So we're gonna blame this on Mello because he wasn't supervising, so he should have been supervising. Mello, I'm gonna blame this on you. I am. I'm gonna blame it on you. So guys, I'm gonna call it the night because I am a little exhausted because I have been working since like 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's right. And this little supervisor over here does not give me a break. I'm not entitled to any lunch or 15-minute break or anything. I'm going to report you to HR. Yes, I am. I'm going to report you to HR. You're a mean boss. You are. You're a mean boss. You really are. So anyway, guys, so I'm going to call it the night. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Hope you liked today's live. And, you know, You learned a lesson, right? You learned a lesson and stuff. And at least we got to do 2 things. What did we get to do? Where's the items that I embroidered? Mello, where did it go? Where did you put them? Or where did I put them? Hold on, guys. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. All right, so at least we got to do these. Right, Mello? We got to do these. So this got done. This got done. So this came out really, really cute. And then this blanket got done. Okay, so we got success for 2 things. So, but now the baby gown and the other blanket, I'll do the video tomorrow on that. Okay, I don't know if I'll do it live. I'll just record it and stuff so that you guys can get all the steps in, so that you guys can learn exactly how to do this and everything. So yeah. So guys, I'm going to call it the night because I am going to hit the bed. I am totally exhausted and stuff. That way I could wake up nice, refreshed, and then videotape and do the other baby gown. And yeah, and get it right this time. That's what I need to do. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.